And welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Honduras versus Haiti, the 2025-2026 CONCACAF World Cup Qualifiers, Group C, Match 4. Honduras contra Haiti, la Copa Mundial Eliminatorias de la CONCACAF, Ronda 3, Grupo C, Jornada 4. This will be the last game of the window. We have one more window left. Thank God I'm doing this game instead of the Jays because that's going horribly, by the way. I will be live for games 3, 4, and maybe even a game 5. And if somehow they have a game 6 or 7, I'll be live for that too. But right now, they're cooked. I'm glad I chose this game because hell, man. Either way, let's focus on the football. Let's focus on the football, man. With that being said, teams are about to walk out. We'll get this one going. We'll keep it there. We'll check on that. But either way, okay. We're here. Honduras, Haiti. We're going to have some fun with it. And we'll review this game. And we'll be back tomorrow for Canada, Colombia, which was a Canada or a Jays off day anyway. With that being said, starting 11s are as follows. For Honduras. In goal, we have Edric Menjivar, the back four of Joseph Rosales. We have Christopher Melendez, Getzel Montes, Andy Nahar, Davy Flores, the CDM, the midfield for Luis Palma, Kervin Arriaga. We have Raul Santos, Romel Kyoto, and up top, Anthony Choco Lozano. For Haiti in goal, we have Johnny Placide, the back four of John Kevin Duverne. We have Ricardo Ade, Garvin Metusala. Oh, look, Garvin Metusala is starting. I love that. How we doing, Hans? And up the midfield is Martin Experience. The midfield four is Jose Casimir. We have Danley Jean-Jacques. We have Jean Bellegarde and Derek Etienne Jr. And up top, Francie Piro and Duckins Nazon for Haiti. How we doing, Hans? How we doing, Rory? But, yeah, I didn't really want to change. It's fine. Yeah, this shirt does kind of look a little bit, yeah, son, what? Well, I mean, technically he only gave up 3. I mean, they pulled him in the other 2. I mean, yeah, they were charged to him, but it was really, I blame Jimenez and an IBB for that, and then 3-run homer to Polanco. That's why I blame. He really gave up 3, but the it really should have been 2 because the that strikeout on a Rosarena should have been a strikeout. But either way, that's why I did it. That's why I did that game. Just like last year's Olympic game, that game's blowing up. And here's the funny part. Let's look at the more positive stuff. Here's the funny part. That video has more watch hours than the Olympics video and more subscribers gained with less views than about 4,000 less views than what the Olympics one was. The Olympics got to 18,000 views, 18.6, something like that. We're at 14K last I checked, almost 15K, and it still has more watch hours and subs gained. So you know what? I mean, there's a reason why I did it. They love me over there. They love me over there. I'm going to have to go to Morocco one day. Congrats on your USA vid versus Morocco. It's like, I kind of knew. I was like, I don't know how good this is going to do compared to the Olympics one, but it legit is just right there. The views are a little bit less, but everything else, you know, we'll see. I mean, looking at the positives, you know, I'm glad that did so well. Dwarfed the hell out of the Blue Jays video, but I kind of expected that. But, you know, there you go. But anthems are being played down in Honduras. Ah, son of a... Here he comes. The Seattle Mariners are just better than us. That's what's wrong with them. The Seattle Mariners are just better than the Jays. They match up well with the Jays. That's what's wrong with them. The Jays can't hit. The Mariners can. The Jays pitching has been okay, starting-wise, horribly from the bullpen. This is why I wanted the Tigers. That's why I wanted the Tigers. And you know what? This feels like 2016 all over again. This feels like the ALCS against the Cleveland Indians. At the time, they were the Cleveland Indians. I'm not going to call them the Guardians at the time because that's not what they were at the time. If they were the Guardians when it happened, I'd call them the Guardians. But they were not the Guardians when that ALCS happened. So I'm calling them by what they historically were. If you have a problem with that, stick it up your ass. I don't have time to argue with you. At the time that 2016 ALCS was played, they were the Cleveland Indians, and they still had Chief Wahoo on their shoulders. I ain't arguing with you. Starting 11, Menjivar, Rosales, Rivas, Flores, Montes, Nahar, Palma, Arriaga, Santos, Kyoto, Lozano for Honduras. I ain't going to argue with you. I'll call them what they were because that's what I remember. That shit didn't scar me as bad as the Royals, but either way, I have no time to argue with you. The Mariners remind me of 2016. The way the Mariners are playing, it reminds me of 2016. The Jays are it's just not a good matchup for us. And maybe as the crow flies, as they go to Seattle, they'll have a big talk, and this is nothing. They bounce back. If any team can, unlike 2016, this Blue Jays team can bounce back. But they got to get serious. They have to have a serious talk on that plane and just flush it. They did sweep the Mariners in Seattle earlier this year. So if there's anything to believe in, it's that. They did sweep the Mariners in Seattle earlier this year. We have to get two. We have to get two at Safeco. But just to get it back to Toronto. But I will be live for the rest of the series starting on Wednesday. Starting 11, Placide, Experience, Metusala, Ade, Duverne, Etienne Jr., Belgar, Jean-Jacques, Casimir, Nazan, Pirot. Hey, look, Wilkins Pashis is on the bench for Haiti. Right? That's Woobs, right? That's Woobins, right? Wilkins Pashis. He's on the bench. Oh, well, that's cool. I haven't heard of him in freaking months. Nice. I love it. Well, I knew that it would blow up because of last year. I did it because I'm like, you know what? I have time to do it. The last year's blew up. Let's do it. I was like, I'll do what everybody wants, and I'll do my personal side of things, and it worked out perfectly yesterday. Well, the schedule. Not exactly the matches, but the schedule worked out perfectly. But I knew it would blow up, or I knew it would blow up to some certain extent. I didn't know it would be just exactly the same or even possibly better. Like, I didn't think I would get another 18K view video out of it, but it's getting close. Like, it feels like lightning has struck twice. I won't lie. I thought maybe 9K, 10K views. If it did half as well, I would have been proud. It's doing just as good after a day. And we are off. I think they started the clock early. And we're off. Here we go. Headed on. 0-0. Settle. So that's the positives. I'm glad. A lot of people are getting their old themes back. We got goalied. Game 2 was horrible. We won game 1 and we got goalie today, but we might need Mitch Marner more than I thought. Maybe running Marner out of town was a bad idea. That's my answer. But it's only game 3. It's not like our backs are against the wall. Not like the Jays are. It's only game 3. But we might need Marner more than I thought. Maybe we shouldn't have ran him out of town. But then again, Paul Bissonnette kind of came up with that as well. So, whatever. Playing forward, Haiti. Cam Talbot stole that for the Red Wings. I know, I saw. Really early, too. Maybe the tournament itself, you've been saying that. But the USA-Morocco thing, I knew that was a silver bullet. But you did say, hey, if USA-Morocco plays, maybe you should do this game. Then I saw that it would be a perfect timing on Sunday and then schedule-wise, and I'm like, sure, why not? You know what? He's got a point. So, okay, yeah, thanks to you. You get your thanks, but I knew Morocco, USA would be a silver bullet. There's a reason why I might do AFCON knockout games in January if Morocco makes it that far. I've said Morocco loves my videos. Like, they might as well be my favorite African team. I think they'd be happy with that. I'd say they are, but, you know, I do need a Morocco jersey. But either way, even before the Olympics, I mean, their videos did pretty well. But that Olympics video was just... So, yeah, no, during January for the AFCON knockouts, if Morocco makes it, yeah, there you go. I'll do those games. I do have BN Sports, so there you go. But I'll give you your thoughts. I'll give you your thanks. I'll give you your thanks. Jem, Blake Snell never throws a dud during the playoffs, dude. Jem, I'd be shocked. I mean, sometimes you're due, but I'd be shocked. Blake Snell throws a gem. Seven innings. 7 innings. Seven innings, 1 hit, 8 strikeouts, somewhere around there. Gem. Well, you know what? Fair. Ball crossed in. Header. You know what? Fair. You know what's funny? I was talking to somebody earlier, and I sent him one of the comments I got because one of the Morocco fans was like, it's a beautiful place. You should go to Morocco. And I'm like, and I said, yeah. I said, yeah, I guess we're going to have to, I'm going to go to Morocco one day, and you're going to be there with me. A couple of y'all know exactly what either way. It's like, so, it's like, I better they love me. I better they love me. So, and then they said, all I know about Morocco is how it smells at Epcot. That's what they said. You know, them. Yeah. So, I don't know if that was positive or not, but I didn't ask. 5 minutes in, 0-0. I didn't ask. I saw NYCFC was playing at Yankee Stadium. But, yeah. Rory knows exactly who I'm referencing. Blitzo, if he's here, knows exactly who I'm referencing. The rest of y'all, well, just add 2 + 2 together, don't you? I know you can't, but try. I know you can't, but try. 5 minutes in. I know you can't, but try. 5 minutes in. 0-0. Either way. Haiti and Honduras top the group with 6 points. If this game ends in a tie, Haiti would still be top with 6 points. If Honduras wins, they would top the group at the end of the night. Of course, there's another game to be played, but Morocco's new stadium is the best in Africa. Look it up, Crazy Stadium. I'll have to do that. 0-0. 0-0. Huh. The Blue Jays have 2 on and 1 out. Not that that matters. Oh, well, runners at the corners. That doesn't do anything. Just flush it and build on it. Corner for Haiti. He's got a note. I mean, Charlotte for having to play Philadelphia NYCFC team at Yankee Stadium. I mean, Philly's going to be tough, but they've already won the Shield. Now, the question being, Charlotte, on paper, is still better than NYCFC, so it depends on how you feel about that. On paper. Mariners put in Hancock. I thought Vargas was the worst one. At least that's what I was reading. 6, just flush it, and they better have that talk. They better have that serious talk on the plane over to Seattle. If anybody could pull it off and come back from this and somehow still win a series, it's these Blue Jays. But it ain't looking pretty. But I think the Seattle team's just better. Right now, I just think they're better. 14.8K views on the Morocco USA video. Almost 15K. There you go. Man, I love it. I love it. 8 minutes in. Canada plays tomorrow, by the way. 4.37, well, 4,369 subs. Damn, I'm close to 4.4K. Playing forward. Seattle Sounders plane, just flight, landed safely, NYC. I'm going to be real and top 9. 10-3. Playing forward. I don't know what it is with Seattle versus Toronto as a matchup. I don't know what it is. Seattle has our number in general. Sounders had Toronto FC's number. The Mariners had the Jays number. I don't know what it is. I don't like the city of Seattle. I'm going to be real. I hate the city of Seattle. I do. I don't know what Malcolm Butler has to do with it, but, you know, it can't be that. Just because I'm a Patriots fan, that don't mean nothing. Ball played forward. Like, it gives me Bruins-Leafs vibes. Don't remind me. But you're right, but don't remind me. I mean, yeah, we blew an 8-1 lead in 2022, and now we're just getting curb stomped by them. Yeah, no, you're right, actually. Hey, at least the TFC won 1 cup off Seattle. Greg Vanney's still a fraud. Just because he's the best manager we've ever had and the most successful manager we've ever had doesn't mean he's good. But if they ever called the Pirate, at least he'd be the Matt Busby of Toronto FC, which is, I guess, better than nothing. Which is better than nothing. Compared to everybody else. Compared to everybody else. I feel bad for you and actual real fans. Well, thank you. That's nice. Well, that was nice. And that's a shot, and that'll go wide. Just wide, and a goal kick for Haiti. Haiti. Kyoto puts it wide. Man, where does he play now? I got to see. Romel Kyoto, where does he play now? I don't even know. Saudi Arabia. Some random-ass club in Saudi Arabia, but it's in the Saudi Pro League relegation zone. Let me guess. Oh, Davy Flores went there too. He went from Toronto to a relegation. Well, you know what? That makes sense. Well, fair enough. Nothing Adacia Sandero couldn't handle. That's nothing Adacia Sandero couldn't handle. Great news. The Dacia Sandero could drive around Seattle. Great. That is a throw-in for Haiti. Nobody got that reference, and I'm sad. How we doing, Sean? How we doing? Nobody got that reference at all. The Dacia Sandero. Nobody got that reference, and I'm sad. Devils are up 1-0 against Columbus. Well, at least your team's winning. Dear God. So you're telling me Romel Kyoto and Davy Flores are both on a team that's in the relegation zone in Saudi Arabia? That's just sad. That's just sad. He would rather be in Saudi than Toronto. We would rather have Jose Cifuentes than Davy Flores. Like, if it was a Neom, I'd be like, you know what? Fair enough. Understandable. They'll pay him money. He went to some random-ass club that nobody knows. It's worse than Pozuelo being at Al-Faya. What the hell, man? Morocco. Like, the way they play defensively, Morocco. Like, I have no other. It's going to be Morocco. It is, because the way they play, they shut down the best offensive team in the whole tournament. The USA were the best offensive team in the whole tournament. They shut them down. I don't think Argentina is going to have it any easier. I don't think, is it France? France? I don't think they're going to have it any easier. Morocco. Falcons are beating the Bills. Okay, that's just crazy. And that's just crazy. Morocco, it has to be. It has to be Morocco. Like, I don't see Argentina or Colombia, for that matter. If they shut down the USA, what makes you think? Like, by the stats, the USA were the best offensive team in that tournament. So, what do you want to say? Haiti going forward. Nazon blocked and saved by Menjivar. Well, CONCACAF W Champs Cup is the middle of the week this week. Oh, okay, cool. Trying to figure out U20 World Cup. Thursday, probably. Playing forward, 14th minute. Is it a Top Gear reference? Yes, it is. The Dacia Sandero is a Top Gear reference. So you know the show, but you don't. It's one of the most popular running jokes the show ever had. James May talking about the Dacia Sandero, good news. Jeremy Clarkson's like, awesome, great. Then just talks about something else. Come on. It's the most popular running joke they have. Well, no. Dropping pianos. Okay, the piano running joke. Okay, yeah, sure. Dropping the pianos on. Yeah, that was a good one too. Yeah, Morocco versus France. I like Morocco. I think Morocco, yeah, they could win. Yeah, Habs are playing well. And they just locked down their young star to a freaking absolutely amazing deal. Like, Lane Hudson just got locked down to an amazing deal. Like, absolute. See, that's what you should do if you're a young star, not ask for $11 million with your junior number at the end of it because, reasons. He got a good deal. Like, he got a deal. He secured the bag, but the Habs gave him a deal that was above market value, but not too egregious. It wasn't like 12, 13 million, which you could argue he deserves per. Absolutely perfect. Ken Hughes is a genius. I think he is. I agree. Like, I have to say, that was an amazing deal for both sides. Like, the Habs got a guy, got their star player for above market value, but nothing too egregious. But he also got the bag. I mean, it worked for both sides. It worked for both sides. Hold on, let me make sure I have this right. 8 years, $8.85 million. They could have easily given him 11, 12 million per. They easily could have. Not Sheldon Keefe. Kyle Dubas would have. 8.85 is a damn good bag for a kid like Lane Hudson. I think he's got his head screwed on straight. He ain't going to blow that. He got a bag for 8 years. 17th minute, 0-0, 0-0. I mean, genius. 8.5 million, 8 years. Amazing. Like, they could have easily paid him 10, 11, 12 million, and nobody would have argued with it. But I think the Habs, that was a perfect deal, really. I think that was a perfect deal, really. Because I would say he got above market value. You could have easily given him 10, 11, 12, though. Shot and a goal for Honduras. They get in behind and a chip over the keeper. 1-0, 1-0. Goal for Honduras, and that is from Melendez. Christopher Melendez from Ottawa scores that goal. What a play. Runs in behind the defense and chips it over keeper. What a play. He's onside. The ball just chips onto him, and awesome. Man, just easy chip over the keeper. Easy chip over the keeper, Placide. Melendez. He's onside as the ball's played over the top. He's on as the ball's played. He gets him behind the line. I think he's on. I think he's on. I don't think this should be overturned. I think he's on. As the ball gets kicked and over the top, he's on. He gets through the line once the ball is kicked. That's on. I think he's on, personally. Christopher Melendez, the goal, they're checking, but I think he's on. I think he's on, personally. VAR check, 19th minute. Ball played over the top. He just pops through the line as it is kicked. It lands to him. Perfect pinpoint play. He chips the keeper. I think he's on. I think he's on. That ball was kicked when, the way it looks, that ball was kicked as he was equal to the defenders. He just made the right run. He's onside. He's onside. No. No. I was watching the Jays game, but goal confirmed, it counts. Melendez gets the goal. 18th minute. 1-0, 1-0. As it was onside. Like, that was obviously onside. Like, what check was there? Haiti playing forward. Back and forth game so far, though. Haiti's had their chances. Honduras has had their chances. It's a very back and forth game. I was watching the Jays game. I saw the Leafs score. They blew it. Blue Jays have 3 more outs to not go down 2-0. Snell pitching a no-hitter. That doesn't surprise me at all, really. 20th minute, 1-0. I told you it'd be a gem. I told you he'd pitch a gem. Oh, it was Rivas. I saw Cape Verde qualify for the World Cup. Yes. It's crazy, though. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I've always known Cape Verde for hurricane season. You know, the Cabo Verde hurricane season, the main development region, the waves coming off Africa going near the Cape Verde Islands. That's what I knew it for. And now they're going to a World Cup. So next summer, by the time they play at the World Cup, we're going to be in the part of the hurricane season where storms come off of Africa and form. So we're going to be getting into Cape Verde hurricane season, MDR hurricane season. Ain't that crazy that at the time they play, well, especially if there's a La Nina, I don't know, we might be cutting it close. But if they play into like the knockout stage, like they somehow make the knockout stage, which they probably won't, there you go. But unless there's a La Nina and it's already just off the rails, which we'll see what happens. There will be a winter La Nina. So there will be a La Nina this winter. So if that holds into the next season, depending on the MJO, we'll see. Either way, but it's cool. It's kind of crazy, you know? Like, you know something for one thing, and then they make it to the World Cup. Like, it's just, and maybe that's just me having, you know, hyperfixation on weather and being a hurricane expert. Self-professed hurricane, self-taught, self-professed hurricane expert. Maybe that's just that. But, like, I don't think any of y'all, until they got to the World Cup, have heard of Cape Verde. Cabo Verde, whatever you want to call it. Now hurricane-wise, they call it Cabo Verde, but it's the same thing. I know it because of hurricane season. I know it because of the way hurricanes form and the way hurricane seasons go. Tropical waves coming off Africa and forming in the MDR, main development region. That's how I know it. It doesn't seem like something, unless you're like me, who tracks hurricanes like nobody's business, watches hurricane coverage like nobody's business, when it's first a freaking wave. Like, something's just a wave. Like, me, I'm not surprised I've heard of it before they made the World Cup. Y'all, you ain't me. Like, I don't think, besides hurricanes, there's nothing, maybe off a map you've seen it, but, like, what's it known for besides having waves, tropical waves come near it July, August, September, October of every hurricane season? What's it known for besides before the World Cup? What's it known for? Like, I know it. But it's kind of weird. I'm just saying it's kind of weird that for what I know it for, now they're playing in a World Cup. It's just it's a weird way the world works, you know? That's all I'm saying. It's just weird how things play out. But whatever. '24th minute. That's all I'm saying. But maybe there's some that I don't know. And the Blue Jays have one on, one out. Not that it matters. Man, we need to step up. Step up. Honduras has said Rivas. Melendez is on FOTMob, goal-wise. CONCACAF. Dude was wearing the number 6. What? I got to check on CONCACAF. Honduras leads the group with 8 points. Here's a chance. And Lozano, goal! 2-0! 2-0! Just shields off the defender and slots it home. What a shot. It is Christopher Melendez. Okay. CONCACAF must have made a mistake. And that is Anthony Choco Lozano scoring the goal. Makes the run, defends off the defender, just bodies off the defender, and just what a run. What a run. It was 1v1. He cuts through. 1v1, bodies off a defender, takes a shot after receiving the pass. Just getting it past both defenders. What a shot. Honduras is starting to dominate. Starting to dominate. 2-0, double play, game over. Mariners up 2-0. Who hasn't? Anthony Choco Lozano, 2-0, 26th minute, 2-0. Now Honduras starting to dominate. So now the Blue Jays got to flush it completely. They got to do something special. Ain't that life? Blue Jays got to do something special. But there you go. 2 goals, 27th minute, 2-0, 2-0. Honduras is getting it going. And if they win, they will top the group. If they win tonight, they will top the group at the end of the window. Got to do AFCON 2025 opening game. Let's see how the schedule plays out. I'll do the knockout stages in January. Depending on how the season plays out, if Maroon, that would not. AFCON 2025, which is 2020, running into 2026, December 21st, 2025. Opening game. Morocco should make the knockout stage. I'll do the knockout stage. Unless, like, Mississippi State is playing their bowl game on freaking December 22nd, I'll just do the knockout stage. If they make a bowl game. If not, I'm just going to end the season with the Intercontinental Cup final, and then we'll see what happens with the knockout stage of the AFCON. Playing forward. Well, I mean, I did say the knockouts. I said I would do the knockouts, so there you go. I know. I know the Jays look like buns right now. I know. Don't remind me. 30th minute. I'll still go live for the rest of the series on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And if we somehow get it back to Toronto, yeah. Well, I'll be live for that as well. So do that what you will. Blue Jays cooking right now. Oh, you're funny. They're being cooked right now. We're being cooked right now, if anything. You got to change the end of that word to ED. Cooked. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. Oh, by the way, happy Thanksgiving, Canada. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. We just got cooked like a Thanksgiving turkey. Frankly, I prefer a pork loin. Bacon wrapped pork loin. That is much better. You really, unless you have a smoker, you can't really, you know what I've learned? Let me be real. Speaking of Thanksgiving, you know what I've learned? Unless you have a smoker, you cannot cook a turkey good enough to be tasty. And it's funny because I used to be hell-bent on a turkey for holidays. I used to be hell-bent on it. But, like, I realized, like, after the smoker, I think we did, like, one more oven one after our smoker crapped out. And it's never been the same since. Like, then we've, like, done crab bakes. We've done a sirloin rack or whatever it was. Or rib roast rack. pork loin, bacon wrap pork tenderloin. It's been like, what, 5 or 6 years of all that? Either way. You could also smoke them or fry them. They're not even really that good fried either, but smoking them in a smoker, that's good. Grill. Hey. Somebody get the spammer. "32 minutes. Morocco and TNT shirt win at some point. I mean, it seems to me that I'll have some money open to, buy something else than Blue Jay stuff. So, playing forward out, 33rd minute. Estival's my GOAT. Respect. I mean, Estival's playing well. I'm just sad. Where are the mods? Hey, Mile High, you have a wrench? "34th minute. Now you're just saying cities in frickin' South America. I saw your comment. Oh, picture-in-picture ads. Playing forward, 34th minute. I saw it. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to do it myself. Time out. Timed out for 5 minutes. Sit your ass down. I don't like doing it, but I had to do it. Spamming. Bills are getting smoked right now, just like this spammer got. The spam hammer is crazy. You ain't spamming, so. That was all spamming. That was, I hate to do it, but I had to do it. I like letting the mods take care of it. But he was spamming way too much, so I had to take care of it. "35th minute. No. 35th minute free kick. Cena vs. Styles match thoughts. I couldn't see it because I don't have ESPN Unlimited because $30 a month is not worth it. I heard it was a good match, though. I'm happy Cena won. Soca Warriors are going to defeat Curacao. I would hope they do. Over the top saved. Falcons are destroying the Bills. I'm shocked. What the hell is going on with a freaking... What the hell's going on with the NFL this year? 37th minute header. You could have headed that on yourself, and trying to pass it was a stupid idea. It's called a watch-along. Called a watch-along. 37th minute. Broncos broke the Eagles. Haiti down 2-0. Yep. Throw in for Honduras. Cross in, header. Cape Verde, first ever World Cup. Well, good for them. I'm happy for them. Honestly, Sean, I expected that joke from Sun, not you. 38th minute. If there's a roof. 38th minute. I hope you're right. He looks good already for Chelsea. I mean, should Dodgers get Kyle Tucker, bring back Cody Bellinger? Kyle Tucker. Well, the way they got rid of Bellinger, I don't think he'd want to go back. Kyle Tucker. I didn't say be smart. It's better than playing Conforto, though. 39th minute. (3-0) playing forward. Honduras steals the ball. Shot, goal. Oh my God, Romel Kyoto. That wasn't from a crazy angle, but he did steal the ball. 40th minute. 3-0, 3-0. This is the Honduras I'm used to. For better or for worse. For better or for worse. Steals the ball, pickpockets the defender, slots it home. That's the type of play you need. 3-0, 3-0. 3-0. What a play. It's an easy shot, but what a play. Just pickpocketed defender, just boom. Just a little bit of a bounce, but that's what you need sometimes. I say what a play, not what a shot. 39th minute, 3-0, 3-0. Kyoto. Honduras looks to be winning this group at the end of the week or window. They're doing well. 40th minute. Haiti, second place, 5 points. Can Costa Rica get to second? Is the question. Also setting up Costa Rica if they win, finishing second at the end of the window. No, I don't think so. Honduras, damn. I know, I'm shocked too. Who's winning the U20 World Cup? Morocco. At this point, Morocco. Playing forward. Honduras is just playing like they should be at home. Haiti's been brain dead defensively this whole half. allowing long balls over the top, getting pickpocketed, just brain dead decisions. Brain dead decisions. I've seen him play better though. Like I don't know. Maybe not. Haiti's a beautiful place, I bet. Maybe, but Gusto, I mean, I know he's got better. I know he can be better. The question is can he be better? Maybe Poch was the better type of manager for him. I'm not sure. Free kick for Honduras. You know what's sad? Is that I thought they finally figured out the offense. I thought they finally figured out how to score goals under the Steve McLaren system. Turns out, no, they can't. Turns out, no, they have not figured it out. Turns out, no, Steve McLaren's still a horrible manager. Turns out, no, and maybe this is just a regular thing for Jamaica, which, I mean, yeah, you could say that no matter what, whenever people have expectations for them, they underperform heavily. But it seems worse when McLaren, like, they had a really good September just to totally collapse against Curacao. And Curaçao's a good team, and it was on the road. But to go from you thought you figured it out defensively, and you beat Trinidad as well at home. They're good at home comparatively, but Trinidad's still a solid team. Other one was Bermuda, so that's understandable. But on the road too, so that's an understandable win no matter what. But I thought they had it figured out. Scoring against Trinidad like they did with a backup lineup, I was like, oh, they might have actually figured it out. Turns out, no. No. Playing forward. Cross in. No. They shouldn't do it. Can they? Sure. Should they? No. The Nations League has done amazing things for Caribbean national teams. The Nations League has made teams like Curacao and Suriname and Trinidad. Well, Trinidad made a World Cup in 2006, but they've made teams that you wouldn't really think of grow, have more respectable appearances at Gold Cups, have better World Cup qualifyings. They've given more meaningful matches to your Surinames, Curaçaos, gave them a project to build. 4 minutes stoppage time. Even smaller Central American nations as well. Nations League works. Like, what they meant to do with it is working. Same as Caribbean Cup as a club tournament, the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. For the club teams, it's doing the same thing. The last 3 years, look at the 2023 Caribbean Cup versus the 2025 Caribbean Cup. The level of competition in that tournament has gotten so much closer, so much more competitive, and a little bit more unpredictable. That shows what that's doing for Caribbean football in general. So, no, they should. Nations League is truly growing Caribbean football, save for Jamaica, but it makes Jamaica look worse because things are closer. I don't think that helps their case. Because one of the teams that Nations League has benefited the most, they just lost to in Curacao. So it makes them look worse in comparison. 3 minutes to go. So, no, I think the way CONCACAF has it now, club and country, is good for the smaller nations and smaller clubs. It is. It gives them more competitive games to play. And that's a good thing. So, and it's more meaningful. So, it's funny. Well, I don't think we're going to the World Series now. So John Cena's last match. I don't think the Jays are going to the World Series now. So I'm going to go with what's more. We know what's going to happen. John Cena's last match. And if the Jays come back and win, I guess. I know it's still it's just a freaking hypothetical anyway, but Jays ain't coming back. I have a little bit of faith, but not enough to say they are. But if they do, I mean, would I be completely shocked? No. Playing forward. The money Trinidad got from making quarterfinals in Nations League is more than winning CFU Shell Cup. Fun fact. Doesn't surprise me. 3 minutes in. No. Cena should win the freaking Intercontinental Championship. Either at Madison Square Garden or the Survivor Series. Then he has a final match against, well, actually, Gunther would be worse. Still 0-0 between Dodgers and Brewers. Playing forward. Getting to the final seconds of the first half. Final free kick of the half. I'll think about it. Free kick. Don't you agree with my comment? Them days over, I want Trinidad to go forward, be around the big boys. Don't just beat up Caribbean teams and think we're Brazil. I agree with you. Playing forward. Free kick for Honduras. This should be the last kick of the half. Free kick over the bar. And it's halftime, 3-0, 3-0, medio tiempo. Honduras leads, and damn, they're doing well. They're dominating this match. Haiti definitely have done some brain-dead things to lead to this 3-0 deficit. Let's see what happens in the second half. With that being said, we'll take a short break at half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight, we'll be back. Review after the game. 3-0, 3-0. Back to the stats of the half. Well, he did make Europe. I'm like, Clint Dempsey, though. Clint Dempsey, though, maybe. Stats to have 46% possession to 54% possession, 12 shots to 5 shots on goal to 1. 134 accurate passes, 81% to 164, 83%. 9 fouls to 7. 3 corners to 2. 12 shots to 5 shots on goal to 1. We have 165 passes to 198, 81% pass accuracy to 83. They have more passes, really. Haiti has more possession, but they're still losing. 1 offside to 0, 10 throws to 12, 0 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0, 3-0. Today's cero meal tiempo. Honestly, Honduras is the better team by far right now. With that being said, for me, Honduras is playing well. They look very, very good. Honduras, good offensively. Who are the Caribbean clubs going to Champs Cup? I'm going to say semifinal losers. Here we go. Perfectly. It's right here. All right. Semifinal losers or semifinal winners, I'm going to say Cibao and Mount Pleasant, and Defense Force beats O&M third place game. So Mount Pleasant, Cibao, Defense Force. That's what I'm going to say. Mount Pleasant's doing very well. Cibao, being Cibao, Defense Force beats O&M third place. That's what it looks like for me. That's where I'm going to go with it, I should say. With that being said, for me, Honduras, they're playing the better game. They're dominating Haiti. Haiti's made some really dumb decisions defensively that have put them on the back foot and put them in a 3-0 hole. But Honduras are very dominant at home right now. They're looking like they should. Game, I wouldn't say that I've sort of expected, but if Honduras is going to be their best, this is what I would have expected. But I don't know if I expected it to go this way. Second half, we're waiting for. Let's go, Sabal says. Hans. I mean, I love Drogba, but Thierry Henry's the better player. Like, on the balance, yeah, Thierry Henry's the better player, even though I love Drogba. I can't lie and say, hey, you know what? No, it's Drogba. That's biased as hell. Give me Thierry Henry. It's Thierry. It's Thierry. How many Canadian teams can we see in Champs Cup max? 4. Because Vancouver's making it through MLS standings at the very least, if not the MLS Cup. Forge has won the Canadian Premier League, or they're in the playoffs, they're in the top 2. Either Ottawa or Forge will win the Canadian Premier League Shield. And if Forge wins both, then whoever makes the final would get the final spot. Could still be Ottawa. Don't know. If Forge were to win both. So right now it should be Forge and Ottawa, but if Ottawa doesn't make the final and Forge wins both, then it would be the runner-up instead of Ottawa. So 4. And Vancouver made it because they were the CPL, the Canadian Championship finalist, while Vancouver qualified through the top 2 of the Western Conference, or they did not win the Shield, or they could win the MLS Cup. So they're qualifying through MLS by the table is the point. Damn. Shoot, Blitzo. I don't know what you're talking about. Football's growing in Canada. I agree. It's growing in a lot of places in CONCACAF. How we doing, Captain? Waiting for the second half. Who you got winning MLS Cup? Not Miami. I don't think Miami will. Vancouver definitely could. LAFC, they might. With Bouanga and Son, the way they're playing, LAFC definitely could. I really think Vancouver and LAFC look like the favorites. Philly, yeah, they won the Shield, but they definitely seem like a team that if they win the Shield, they're going to be one of those cursed teams. I really like LAFC and Vancouver, though. I really do. I think they're the favorites right now, personally. If either of them have the Western Conference final, it's going to be either of them. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. But and here comes the second half. Slight chance. Things go their way. I mean, it's possible. I mean, I'd say it's better than St. Louis's if we're being real. If we're being real, St. Louis, even though they finished first, they never really had a shot. San Diego kind of does. I'd say about 10, 15% chance at best. And we're off second half. Playing forward 3-0. Well, as far as I can tell. Bet no one here watches real football. What do you mean by that? Dude. I mean, if we're going by, you know what? Shit. I mean, I'm not a fan of superhero movies, and I guess this is where the question comes from. So I have no idea, well, besides Iron Man, but I guess if we're talking about superhero movies, Iron Man would be on the Avengers, and I guess Batista, Drax would be as well. I mean, if Iron Man and Batista are on the same team, I mean, it would have to be Avengers, yeah. Now, if John Cena was on, I mean, Peacemaker was on the Blue Flash team, you know, then that changes things. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think Flash and Peacemaker have the same, as of now, have the same canon. So, Avengers. Peacemaker or Flash? Peacemaker. Duh. John Cena. Duh. '49th minute, 3-0. Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man. Tony Stark. Robert Downey Jr. Easy. I only liked Iron Man movies because I'm a fan of Robert Downey Jr. It's like I only care about Peacemaker because I'm a fan of John Cena. Just like I watch Guardians of the Galaxy because I'm a fan of Batista. Or I'm a wrestling fan. I should put it like that. I mean, I like Batista, but whatever. Not like John or Robert Downey Jr. If you piss off Marinakis enough. Yes. Rory. 51st minute. Yeah, it was. That was Rory this time. Hey, Rory, if his second account pops up again. Finally. 51st minute, 3-0. Still 0-0 between the Dodgers and Brewers. Oh. Fair enough, but spamming is... Like, it wasn't... Spamming is just... It just seems disrespectful to everybody else, in my opinion. Can I give a shit? If it was like that, no. No. But I feel like it's disrespectful for everybody else. Well, if there was a good conversation going on, I don't know. Playing forward. 52 minutes. A lot of Dominican teams are getting a lot of money from CONCACAF, plus the league is growing. They got a guaranteed Dominican Republic team in Champions Cup. Oh, yeah, because O&M and Mocha are both, or O&M and Sabao are playing each other, and they're both, okay, yeah. One of them will have to go to the final. Yeah. Yeah. So you're right. I was like, yep, there we go. Yeah. I was like, for this year. The Commanders, previously known as. So, did you see Joe Theismann get his leg broken? You remember when Joe Theismann had his leg broken? That was. Yeah, that I looked a bit too happy when I said that. I won't lie. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. Big save. Header. Goal! Oh, what a save! Damn! Holy Lord. Placide, I thought that was going in. I thought he just pushed it out of the goal. Smart. 8. Playing forward. Yep. Commanders playing, most likely winning because it's the Bears. I think they'll win. Oh, hold on. This is the play I think No Name was talking about. 8-6-2 double play for the Brewers. Caught in center field off the wall. Thrown in to the catcher. Steps on the plate. It was an out there. So the center fielder Freelick threw into the shortstop, who threw to the catcher, who had his foot on the bag, and there was the out at home. So there was a catch by the center fielder Freelick. He caught it, kept it in the air. He caught it, relayed it. Lord, 55th minute. '56 minute. Interesting play. 3-0. So, still a tie or 3-0 game. I'm watching that on my own. Throw in, 56th minute. (3-0, 3-0). Honduras and Haiti. Honduras is happy just to play this game out at this point. Such a dominant first half. All they have to do is play this one out. That's what they're doing. Player down hurt for Honduras. Over the top, that goal was for... Huh. Hmm. (58th minute). (40 minutes). Oh, it was Rivas. Huh. Goal was Rivas, that first goal. Huh, interesting. Guess the numbering was wrong. Okay. 59th minute. Hmm. 60th minute. (60th minute). (3-0, 3-0). Game's sort of getting boring here. Rest in peace to Roberto Alomar's father, Sandy Alomar Sr. Rest in peace to Senior and Sandy Alomar Jr.'s father. But yes, rest in peace to Sandy Alomar Sr. Baseball legend, absolute legend. I never saw it. Corner, 62nd minute. Damn, it's still tied. What a tight game between Dodgers and Brewers. Providence. Interesting. 62 minutes. Providence coming on for Piro. No, Duckinson is on. Playing forward. Bills aren't out of it yet. '63rd minute. Goal kick or free kick for Haiti right here. Playing forward, 64th minute. Haiti playing forward. Can they get one back? Here's a chance. And no, they won't. That ball goes out. Ball goes out. That'll be a corner for Haiti, 64th minute. Headed down, and that'll be saved by Menjivar. (3-0), 65th minute. Broncos won yesterday. You told me. You told me multiple times. 66th minute. '66th minute. How long will Bill Belichick stay at North Carolina? I don't think. I have a feeling they're going to tell him to screw off by the end of November, by Thanksgiving. It's CONCACAF After Dark for a reason. Fair enough. I think Bill Belichick's going to be out of North Carolina after Halloween, but mid-November to Thanksgiving, somewhere around there, to where he can't really ruin their recruiting any more than he already has. They're already talking about a buyout, and he ain't going to make it to the end of the season. Like, if they're already talking about a buyout now, I wouldn't be shocked if he was out by Halloween. But he's gone. The question is when. He ain't going to a second season with UNC. I'll tell you that right now. Can he even finish his first is the question. I say no, but the question is how long. Well, what I've heard. But out for a goal kick, 68th minute. Deanna Stain in Colorado. Yeah. Did he tarnish his legacy, Belichick? He was always a fraud. Let's be real. He has a legacy because Tom Brady carried his ass. Tom Brady made that legacy. Anything without Tom Brady, except for one good year in Cleveland, the year with Matt Castle, the year with Mac Jones, the first year with Mac Jones, and he ruined that himself. Like, he's only had, 3 good years without Tom Brady? Why it looked so good is because Matt Castle was in between the two big dynasties, and he had a good year. And frankly, they should have made the playoffs. They were 11-5, and tiebreakers knocked them out of the playoffs. I say that's a good year. It wasn't his fault they missed the playoffs. He only made the playoffs once with Cleveland. He did win Super Bowls as a defensive coordinator for the Giants with Lawrence Taylor. So Tom Brady made Bill Belichick. And the only reason people gave him grace, I mean, that Cam Newton year I thought was okay, all things considered, but that was a COVID year. But I thought Cam Newton, they would have been better if he didn't get COVID. So I'll give him that one. I think it was a miracle he got, 7-9 with Cam Newton, with the corpse of Cam Newton, who was still suffering with long COVID. So I'll give him that one. But Matt Castle, 11-5. Dodger 1-0. Freddie Freeman home run. Freddie Freeman rests his head on a pillow made of concrete. Freddie Freeman rests his head on a pillow made of concrete. It's that time of year again. It's that time of year again. The Pearl Jam reference for Freddie Freeman. It's that. No, you have Pearl Jam. Don't do that. You have Pearl Jam. Don't do that. The reason why George, Savior of the Blue Jays works is because it's based off the George, Savior of the Merciless joke from Lollipop Man F1 comics. I'm such an F1 fan. I'm like, yeah, I could just steal that. That's easy. No, what I'm saying is Matt Castle had a good year. He still had Randy Moss and Wes Welker. I mean, I like that Matt Castle season. I enjoyed it, even though they didn't make the playoffs. And he had a good rookie season with Mac Jones. But it's telling when you've only had 3 good seasons, and I'll give him respect for the Cam Newton year, so I'll say 4. 4 good seasons with a non-Tom Brady quarterback in your career, whether that beat Cleveland, New England, or UNC. 4. He made the playoffs once with Cleveland. The Castle year where they should have made the playoffs. Cam Newton getting 7-9, 8-8 with a freaking corpse of Cam Newton had long COVID was pretty good, and then the Mac Jones rookie year going to the playoffs. And 2 of those were only playoff years. 3 of them should have been, but, you know, whatever. It says something. It says something. Notre Dame. Notre Dame what? Notre Dame what? 72 minutes. Player down for Honduras. Player injured. That's not the Cam Newton the Patriots had. I'm a fan of Cam Newton. I wouldn't mind. That would be awesome. If Weston McKennie played for Toronto, that'd be awesome. I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that. But that's not the Cam Newton the Patriots had. So do that what you will. But I'm a fan of Cam. I've always, even though, let me be clear, Cam Newton did fuck over Mississippi State. He could have went to Mississippi State. Then Auburn paid him. Like, I just think of that 2010 state team was pretty solid. Cam Newton comes to Mississippi State. Like, on paper, I don't think that Auburn team was much better than State. You have Cam Newton. Cam Newton would have won a natty with that 2010 State team. He would have. And Auburn paid him instead of State weren't going to pay him under the table. Auburn did. But I don't hold that against Cam. They did cheat, but Auburn cheated. I hold that against Auburn, not Cam. I still like Cam as a quarterback, though. And as just a guy, I think Cam is awesome. He's cool. He's cool. Well, he was at Florida, but he went to a smaller university, then transferred to Auburn. Could have been Mississippi State, but look that up. He could have went to State. I'm not making that shit up. I'm making that shit up. He could have went to State. I wish he did. Because if Cam goes to State, I think we win the natty instead of Auburn. Then Dak Prescott wins a natty in 2015. That'd be awesome. Instead of blowing it the last moment. Awesome. But I blame Auburn. 3 subs for Honduras. I hold it against Auburn. So. Auburn sucks. Auburn sucks. I like driving in my truck. He likes to drive in his truck. Auburn sucks. Auburn sucks. Mexico are getting their asses kicked. We need fixing ASAP, both U20 and first team. That's not new. I'm more disappointed about the U20s. I had a feeling. Like, I thought they could win. Like, I thought the U20s could win. Like, I thought the U20s could win. With Hilmora against Argentina. Nope. Can I choose the Meteor? Can I choose the Meteor? No. How about UAB? How about UAB? How about Grambling State? How about, what else is there? What other schools in Bama? Troy? Yeah, Troy. Yeah, no. I want the Meteor. Is Hugh Freeze gone? No, they won't fire him. I'd be surprised if they did. 77th minute. Like, I'm surprised. Now that, but who knows? Maybe maybe James Franklin getting fired, not because people want him, because people like Penn State coughed up the buyout. Maybe Hugh Freeze and Billy Napier are going to get fired because of James Franklin getting fired. Like, Bill Belichick's enough of a shit show where it's like, yeah, we kind of expected that. James Franklin getting fired out of nowhere when nobody thought Penn State would, because one is Penn State, two, buyout. Maybe other guys get fired, being Hugh Freeze and Billy Napier, and maybe even Mike Norvell. Billy Napier. Billy Napier. He should get fired. Either way. Maybe that changes some. I don't know. Hmm. 3-0, 3-0. You must choose one. You know what? You know, if you want me to be honest, I don't know what it is about Auburn, but I just find them detestable. Alabama, you hate them because they were winning. Like, a lot of people hated Bama because they were winning, but they don't hate Bama for being Bama. Auburn legitimately just seems like scumbags. Like, I hate Auburn because they're scumbags. Like, Auburn just has the feeling of scumbag. Like, they're going to do anything to get one over on Bama. Now, what, were you rooting for Bama or Auburn to win Iron Bowls? It's funny to see all Alabama fans lose their shit, especially when they were good. It's like they lost their shit against Florida State. It was hilarious. Now if they suck, it's different, but well, I mean, yeah, he can if he's on the team in the spring. How are the Maple Leafs? 1-2 after 3 games. It's early. I'll be more worried about in December if they look like shit. They normally don't do well in October anyway. Like, Octobers aren't the best for them anyway, so that's fine. 10 minutes to go. What was I going to say? Like, Alabama, if I had to choose, like, which one to root for fully, I'd rather root for Alabama. Like, Bama is just hated because Saban made them win. Coach Saban made them win. That's why people hate him. And the fans are assholes, but they're not scumbags. They're not a scumbag institution. I don't know about Auburn fans, but, you know. I don't know about Auburn fans, but the Auburn administration. Oh, by the way, do I have to tell you that John Cohen, old Mississippi State AD, he left in the dead of night to go to Auburn a couple of years, like right before Mike Leach died? Yeah, no. Dude's showing his true colors. Dude's a freaking asshole. Dude's a douche. Dude coached. Get this. John Cohen was the baseball coach at Mississippi State for like years before he became the AD. I thought he was loyal to Mississippi State. 2 weeks before Mike Leach dies, he goes to Auburn to be their AD, athletic director. And he's absolutely fit into the culture of Auburn, being a jackass. And that's past the post. Being a scumbag jackass. He fits in well. He fits in well. You know what, though? I think we did upgrade in the end with our new AD, Zach Selman, as long as he doesn't go to Oklahoma. Selman's doing a good job. 9 minutes to go. Dom Joseph. Okay. Mesquita. Yeah, that name does sound familiar. It rings a bell. Joseph, that is. Rings a bell. I would love to see him play in Champions Cup if he's still on the squad in the spring. Playing forward, 83rd minute. I heard they broke up the vision. Yeah, I saw that they turned on him. Shot! What a save! What a save! Be part of the U20 team. Okay, 83rd minute. Header over the bar. 3-0 for Honduras. Hmm. 84th minute. How about my 49ers? They all live in the hospital. But for some reason, you've revived Mac Jones. What the hell? Like, dude, I don't know. Well, whatever. Y'all have revived Mac Jones. Yeah, you used all your magic to revive Mac Jones and give him a career. Y'all shouldn't have paid Brock Purdy. I'm sorry. Brock Purdy ain't shit. I'm going to be real. Brock Purdy's a fraud. If Mac Jones could do what Brock Purdy does in that Shanahan offense, he's a fraud. Dude, do you realize Lucius Deedson coming on for Haiti, 85th minute? Listen, Mac Jones is a fraud. Mac Jones is ass. And y'all revived his career, and now he looks like the Mac Jones he should have been in New England. Or, hell, his rookie season, if not better. And Kendrick Bourne, he's still throwing to Kendrick Bourne. What? He's still throwing to Kendrick Bourne. And Kendrick Bourne actually looks useful for once. What the hell is going on? I mean, I love Drake May, and honestly, I think he has a higher ceiling. I'm not saying he doesn't. The Patriots are back. But what the hell? Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne. This just feels like a total middle finger to the Patriots, even though I love Drake May. The Patriots are back. We're in the right position. It's not like we suck and Mac Jones is doing well, but I'm surprised. I feel like this will bite us in the ass at some point if he gets a career out of this. He'll go to the Vikings next, right? Yeah, probably. Mac Jones will be a Viking next because they're still paying Brock Purdy, which that'll be a mistake because Brock Purdy, he can't be that much better. Like, dude, he's being paid, what, 100-some million just to be shown that Mac Jones could do the same shit? But Shanahan wanted Jones in the first place. I know. You know what's funny is now I'm not afraid of Brock Purdy being the next Tom Brady because Mac Jones is doing the same shit he does. 100-some million dollars for Brock Purdy and Mac Jones is Women's Cassius is on for Francie Perot for like 3 minutes. They're just going to throw him to the Wolves. Ben Gucci coming on for Honduras. Brock Purdy ain't worth the freaking money he's being paid. What do you know? Maybe it's just because the NFL's weird. Maybe. I don't know. Dude, if Mac Jones could equal Brock Purdy's production, dude, Brock Purdy might just not deserve $100 million. Maybe not. Brock Purdy overrated as hell. Dude. Yeah, I think I have a perfect idea. Mac Jones will be a Viking next year. But what about J.J. McCarthy? Dude seems injury prone, I won't even lie. And you know how much Kevin O'Connell likes making shit quarterbacks better. Well, he's already. Oh, well, that's why he wouldn't sign. He's already a shit quarterback who's been revived. Atlanta? No, they have Penix. Jets? Wouldn't that be? No. 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 No, they wouldn't, right? No. The Jets would actually sign Mac Jones after this, wouldn't they? And it will come back to bite us in the ass. They'll finally have one. Purdy, Kittle, Bosa, Warner, Pernell, Ayuk, other 5 less-known players all out. I understand that. I'm saying Mac Jones is doing pretty damn well with a absolute worst roster in the same system. I'm saying Purdy ain't worth the money he's being paid because Mac Jones is equaling him with worse players. We're talking about Mac Jones here. Well, thank you. You know what I like about you, Ryan? The fact you can talk all kinds of sports. That's awesome, man. Keep it up. Thank you. That's why it's Ryan's sports reviews and not Ryan's soccer reviews. I know them all. Pretty good. And we covered as much as we can. Mostly football, association football. I guess it would have been RFR instead, but you know. With that being said, that'd be even closer to stepping on somebody's toes. But he ain't. If Mac Jones is doing what he's doing, well, I mean, it seems like the 49ers, I mean, would I call Mac Jones good now? I guess. No NFL team can win without a good quarterback. Ask the Raiders. Well, actually, shit, look at the Colts. They don't have a good quarterback. Well, I mean, okay, Daniel Jones is playing well, but I wouldn't call Daniel Jones a good quarterback. 7 minutes of stoppage time. Shane Steichen might just be another Kevin O'Connell. Like, signing Daniel Jones, be like, we're going to start him over Anthony Richardson, the guy we drafted, number 5 or whatever? Yeah, Daniel Jones. And they're somehow that good? The Colts might win the South. Well, okay. Well, no, the Jags have slipped up a little bit a couple of times. I still think the Jags will make the playoffs with how bad the AFC North is. The Steelers are going to win the North. After all that's going on, the Steelers will win the North. I'm happy about it. I love it. It makes a certain somebody smile, so it makes me smile. I still don't know what the hell I'm going to do when the Patriots play the Steelers in the playoffs, especially if it's a wild card round. If they both win a game, I might just be okay rooting for the Patriots. But either way. Yeah. It is. Thank you. That's nice. That just makes me smile. 92 minutes. Let's see. Speaking of, still 1-0 for Dodgers versus Brewers. Freddie Freeman's going to be the only home run in the game, or the only run of the game. Huh. 92 minutes. Like, it's crazy, man. Oh, Thomas Muller and Sebastian Berhalter went to a Canucks game together. That's even more ironic. Thomas Muller's like, Vancouver doesn't care if the Whitecaps win. They don't know how to win. And he's wearing a Canucks jersey. Does this man know about the Game 7 riots? Does this man know? I'm trying to see. I think it was that one. Anyone can deal with victory. Only the mighty can bear defeat. Respect. I like that. I like that. Anyone can deal with victory. Only the mighty can bear defeat, because only the mighty can bounce back from defeat to gain victory. There you go, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. There you go. I love it. I like that. I like that. 93rd minute. And that's so funny. Does Muller know? I don't think so. Like, dude, Vancouver cares about winning. Vancouver cares about winning. 2011 Stanley Cup final? It was 2011, right? 2011 Stanley Cup final, Game 7 riots in Vancouver after the Canucks lost to the Bruins. Should we blame Colin Campbell for this? Colin Campbell should never be in the Hall of Fame. Colin Campbell. Yeah, didn't Colin Campbell's son play for the Bruins at the time? Yeah, should we blame Colin Campbell for this? Just like we blame Colin Campbell for everything the Panthers, should we? Should never be in the Hall of Fame, Colin Campbell. Never. 95th minute. Huh. Two minutes to go. 3-0, 3-0. Playing forward, getting to the final minute. Last minute. 3-0, 3-0. .636. 1-0. Bottom 7. Can the Brewers come back? 97th minute yellow card, and this should be close to it. And that's full time. 3-0, 3-0 esta noche. Amazing first half by Honduras. Pays off, and they got the 3-0 win. They top the group after match week 2. No matter what happens, they'll be able to top the group with this win. Rivas, Choco, Kyoto with the goals. And Honduras will have the group topped at the end of the window. No matter what happens between Costa Rica or with the Costa Rica game. They could still finish second, though. With that being said, sit tight. We will be back within the hour for the review. Or the review will be within the hour. Probably. Here's what I'm going to say. If anybody can come back from a 2-0 deficit and flip it on its head, it would be the Toronto Blue Jays. This Toronto Blue Jays team. Are they probably cooked? Yes. Is there like 2% belief that they could figure this out? Yes. Am I 98% sure they're cooked? Yes. Is this like 2016 where I'm like, nah, this team is probably, like I was sure, like, yeah, they're not built to play this way. They're cooked. No. I still have 2% faith. And I'll still be live for games 3, 4, and 5 if we get to a game 5. So tomorrow I'll make the streams for game 3 and 4. If we get to a 5, there we go. We need 2 out of 3 in Seattle, though. But if anybody could do it, it's these Blue Jays. That's my last shred of hope. And they can either feed it or kill it. Either way. With that being said, if you like this stream, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the review of this match. And tomorrow we have Colombia versus Canada live RSR. And then, of course, Wednesday, Thursday, Blue Jays. And we may have a Thursday or Friday game for the Blue Jays. Saturday, Decision Day. Sunday, COTA. Formula 1 COTA. Austin Grand Prix and possibly a Blue Jays game. If they are that team. If they are for real. And then game 7 on a Monday. Also, recap for the World Cup qualifier. Wednesday afternoon, I'll have that uploaded. I'll upload the morning. Have it ready to go and upload it in the morning. Or something like that. With that being said, before we do the Jays game, but there'll be 2 reviews on Wednesday, 1 live. With that being said, I'll see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.